The living legend, Kenneth Stokes, to the bribery scheme conspirators. He says, resign and accept a plea deal if you're guilty. Come on down, Kenneth Stokes. Here we are. I know it's the end of the world. I know the end is nigh because I have agreed with Kenneth Stokes more than any other politician in Jackson for at least the last 3 years. I mean, something about the 7 years before the end. I don't know. I'm not here to quote scripture, but I know we got to be getting close because Stokes and I have quite the burner of agreeing with one another. This is the Clay Edwards Show here on YouTube. If I look tired, if I sound tired, it's because I am tired. It is 10 minutes to 11, 30 minutes past my bedtime, but I wanted to make sure I got you guys started off with a great video Thursday morning as I head out to Florida to WYAB to do the Clay Edwards Show with Sean Yurkaron, where we're going to break down this story and more for the next 2 hours. Well, for the 2 hours that were there, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m., we'll be streaming worldwide and live in 4K all day, right here, wherever you're watching this video. Of course, we'll be on 103.9 FM WYAB on the FM dial in your vehicle. You can also stream it worldwide at WYAB.com as well as the TuneIn app and Alexa. But hey, if you're watching this right now, come on now. Just wait till 9 o'clock. Hit that little bell so you can get notifications. When we go live, boom, you're there. It's just that damn simple. Be sure to swing by my clothing shop, buyfafo.com today and get yourself an FAFO hoodie, a t-shirt, and more. My FAFO stickers are in stock. Every order comes with a free sticker. Or if you just want a sticker, holler at me. Shoot me $5 for 2 stickers, your mailing address, and I will mail you 2 stickers. All right, with that said, let's get over to Stokes' comments. Too good not to wait. This was just too good not to do a video about before I went to bed. First off, that old bullhead. Look at him. Look at old bullhead. He ready, boy. He is ready. All right, here's some WLBT. One Jackson City councilman is calling on anyone involved in the recent bribery scandal to step down and take a plea deal. You know he hates the mayor. Last week, a second bill of information came down saying that at least 2 elected officials are involved in the scheme, both of whom took bribes in exchange for their support of a proposed convention center hotel project. So far, 2 people have pled guilty in the case. Hinds County businessman Sherik Marve Smith and former Ward 2 Councilwoman Angelique Lee. Quote, the best thing a council member or mayor or anyone involved can do is step down, Stokes said. Stokes stood in front of a wall containing portraits of each of the city's elected leaders. The frame that holds the Ward 2 council member's photo now empty following Lee's resignation. She a felon now, by the way, convicted felon. Nobody was above the law that day, were they, Angelique? Nobody was above the law. Just like y'all say about Trump. Nobody's above the law. Lee, who was in her first full term, resigned from the council in August, only hours before entering a plea deal to her involvement in the scheme in the U.S. District Court. She faces up to 5 years in prison and a $250,000, that's $250,000, and 3 years of supervised release on a charge of conspiracy to commit bribery. She also must return nearly $20,000 in cash and gifts she received for agreeing to vote for a project proposed by a group known as Facility Solutions Team LLC. The firm was one of 3 that responded to the city's January request for qualifications to develop a hotel across the street from the convention center. At least 2 other elected officials are involved. Court records indicate one asked for $50,000 to vote in favor of the project. A second city employee asked for a $10,000 donation to the re-election campaign to direct an employee to change the due date of the RFQ. Now, we assumed that the $50,000 one was Aaron Banks, and they told him they was going to pay him $10,000 stretched out over 6 months so they could have him, so they could have full control of his purse strings, of his voting, for the next 6 months. So that makes sense. So they gave him 10,000. And of course, the second one here with the $10,000 donation is, of course, the mayor. Allegedly, of course. Allegedly, of course. Those individuals were not named, but only described as elected city officials. By statute, the mayor is the only elected official who can direct other city employees. At his press conference on Monday, Chokwe and Muma denied any involvement in the scheme, telling reporters, "I have never conspired with anyone to commit a crime." Stokes suggests any other city council member involved, if they're guilty, to accept a plea, saying it would likely mean a lighter sentence. Once you go to court and you start rolling those dice, sometimes you lose. And if you lose, that's more time away from your family. Stokes is a smart, smart man, isn't he? Such a smart man. Let's see here. I think I may have the video of old Chokwe. Old Chokwe. Trying to talk it out a little bit. Let's see here. Let's see here. Y'all bear with me 1 second. Where is my channel? Right there. Let's see. I'm going to go to YouTube. That's all I want to do. Go to YouTube. Dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun. Funny how this works sometimes. All right. There we go. Now I should be able to find my previously played videos. Let's see here. WAPT. WAPT. This should have the video of the mayor at City Hall, because I just saw it last night. I mean, you know, come on. Here we go. Here we go. We got it right here. We got it right here. Give me 1 second.
Well, this is what I will say, and this is the only thing that I'll say. To be clear, with respect to any allegations or speculation on that, I have never conspired with anyone to commit a crime, and that's
Bullshit.
the basis of it, and that's all that I will share. There may come a time and place where I will expound on that at an appropriate moment, but at this point in time, then this is all. That's all I have to represent at this time.
Did you take a $10,000 check for your reelection committee from individuals who purported to be real estate owners from Nashville?
I'm going to leave my response at what I just said. Yes, sir.
But you didn't answer the question about, you didn't answer the first question about.
I answered the question.
The person identified as unindicted co-conspirators.
What I will say is, with respect to those questions, I would direct you to those that are actually engaging in the investigation. They're best positioned to answer that question. With respect to any question about that, I have never conspired with anyone to commit a crime, period. Yes, sir. You would have to ask those who are conducting that investigation. Yes, sir. What's your question?
Do you know, or are you associated with Sherik Marve Smith, who pled guilty last week?
I have met him a couple of times. I don't know what associated means, but once again, I would direct anyone to those who are hosting that particular investigation. I have never conspired with him or anybody else to commit a crime.
And why do you think the FBI is so interested in the city of Jackson?
Once again, I think that's a good question, but I would direct that to those that are hosting the investigation. Yes, sir.
Mr. Mayor, have you or a PAC associated filed any campaign finance reports with the city of Jackson since 2022?
I have not filed my campaign finance report. I believe you, or maybe you, Anthony, had asked me that prior. I have not filed my campaign finance
Been 3 years since he filed his campaign finance reports.
report, which unfortunately is not uncustomary for my campaign.
Mr. Mayor, you say you have not conspired with anyone, but that does not, you're not denying that you received a $10,000 check or check from, again, these individuals purporting to be real estate owners.
Ross, let me put it this way. As a former criminal defense attorney, as someone who has represented many people, I take the advice of my counsel very seriously. It doesn't matter how many questions or the variation of the question, my response is going to be the same. And that is quite simply that I have never conspired with anyone to commit a crime.
Yeah, uh, I smell bullshit. I smell bullshit. All right, y'all tuned into the Clay Edwards Show this morning. It's going to be a slobber knocker. I got Sean Yurkaran, former Hinds County DA for 10 plus years, and a Jackson resident who is as fed up as everybody else with what's going on in Jackson. Going to be on live with me. Phone line's going to be wide open. Give us a call, 601-879-0002. Chime in this morning, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. We will see y'all right back here, streaming live in 4K, wherever you're watching this video now, or the aforementioned 103.9 FM WYAB. Stay blessed, stay safe, and avoid them Jackson, Mississippi gas stations.